Welcome to the LGBTQ Real Estate Podcast, connecting LGBTQ real estate professionals with home buyers and sellers since 2007. My name is Jeff Berger, and I'm the host of the show. And we have an amazing guest here this morning. Her name is Tracey Sandell. She's a realtor from Greater Daytona and Volusia County, Florida. Tracey, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jeff. Thank you so much for hosting me today. I really appreciate the opportunity.
A pleasure. A pleasure. You look great. I love your backdrop. It's got a lot going on there. The colors, the orange goes with your hair. I like it. So we're 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I had to. Yeah, my office has to sort of inspire activity.
Great. Well, I like it. I like it a lot. So your screen froze, but I know it's coming back. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so here on our podcast, we keep it really simple. We're 15 minutes. We know everyone is multitasking, everyone's busy. Let's jump into the first question. Share with us a little bit about yourself, both personally and professionally.
Okay, so professionally, my name is Tracey Sandell, and as you said, I have been in the area 2005. It seems like we might have had a little hiccup there. I've been over here since 2005 in this area, providing white glove service in the areas of buying, selling, property, and lifestyle management. Personally, I have been married for 6 years. I've been with my wife for 9. Let me see what else I could tell you. I took a few notes, so if I got stuck a little bit, I adore I live for Michelin star level fine dining experiences. Anybody can bring you a fabulous meal, but I want an experience. I want something that just resonates with me and stays in my memory forever. I really enjoy that. Always a good Irish whiskey. I do like puzzles of any sort. So whether they're jigsaw or true crime drama, mysteries, stuff like that. I totally love figuring things out, probably why I'm still in real estate because of all the research we actually have to do behind the scenes. And smooth jazz, good wine, and probably my favorite thing, a lot of the times is, and I know that's a question perhaps later, but living room dance parties. We simply just do not have them enough. Where you turn the music on, you maybe have a few cocktails. It doesn't matter what you're wearing or how you dance, and just having a good time. Sometimes we grab a neighbor, sometimes it's just us, but I love a good living room dance party.
Wow. This podcast is getting fun. I like it.
Well, I'm glad I can bring that to it, right?
I'm somewhat of a homebody. Love drinking wine, love music. I think we have a lot in common. So we'd probably have fun in one of those living room dance parties. I'm liking the whole vibe of this.
Oh, I can assure you. And sometimes it evolves into karaoke. My wife plays the harmonica while I'm singing. Yeah, but we always make sure we have YouTube on in the background with the actual original singer singing so that it makes the sound better. Plus, a few cocktails and you still sound better. But that normally that's normally the jam there.
Great. Well, that sounds like fun. And I know anyone that chooses to work with you as their realtor is, in addition to fulfilling their goals of buying or selling a home very successfully, they're going to have a lot of fun. You seem like a fun person, a great personality. And I'm sure you do great for your clients also. So with that in mind, let's jump to our next question. Okay, because, from speaking and working together over the years now, I know you have a lot of LGBTQ clients over the years. What is it about the LGBTQ community that you enjoy working with them so much?
I pondered this for a while because it's almost natural. Why is it that I gravitate towards working with family, if you will? And it's because, fundamentally, as seriously, like primates, humans, we require interacting on a communal level in order for like survival and success. And there's this organic sort of like connection that happens. Nobody has to explain the dynamics to me. You don't have to explain anything to me. It's whether you're part of the LGBTQ community or not. But oftentimes, when one is not part of said community, there sometimes we feel this need to educate others. And I think that what I like about it is I come in and I've got your back. Once you're under my umbrella of protection, I am your ride or die 100%. And I love
Wow.
that I have people from my tribe under my umbrella of protection.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's important because you can you know run into a lot of situations out there, so as a realtor, you know where to go, who to speak to, how to speak to them, bring your clients into the best possible place
Mm-hmm.
to be, and find that dream home. So it's really important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I love it. And I think our next question, to keep it simple, and it's kind of on the same realm, why does the LGBTQ community enjoy working with you so much?
So, like you said, the two are sort of a little intertwined, sort of for the same reason, but also, my big, bold, spectacular personality. Along with it comes with my willingness and my lack of fear to speak up when it's necessary, or when you're gone. What just happened?
Oh no,
Are you
I'm
there? Do you have me? Because like all of a sudden there's like no signal. Oh, you know what it is? My computer timed out. Isn't that funny? Okay, apparently I have to hit the space bar from time to time. Didn't know this. So one of the things I had mentioned to you before the call is I'm just getting started on this whole YouTube thing and the video call. So from time to time I may have some hiccups, but I'm moving
that's
forward.
okay.
But going back to what you were saying is that, I've been lucky enough, and my clients have been lucky enough to where we haven't directly experienced discrimination per se or something in that category. But the I know that the people I work with know that I have their back, and I am not afraid to speak up and take care of you and say what's right, whether it's a matter of discrimination or not, whether it's just something else where somebody's not doing something right. My
Yeah,
integrity is just everything to me, and
yes,
and I stick
and
with
also,
my values always. It's like a great guide. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
I know
yes,
that's why people like to work with me.
yes, and also I'm sure you're a great negotiator. It seems like you have good person skills. You're a bit aggressive, which I think is great. You have a personality, a type A personality, where you can go into a room and you can get things done, right?
Well, yeah, so I'm definitely a chief everything officer, a CEO. I can definitely get a lot of things done.
Awesome.
And yeah, and with the negotiation, in addition to like all my years of experience, and I do hold a graduate degree in both international real estate and leadership. Both help me with my negotiation skills. But also, I'm constantly improving myself, taking continuing education, taking additional negotiation classes, anything like that to help me get better. Because even when we know things, sometimes we forget some of the details, some of the bullet points that might make us even better. So I'm
Sure.
humble enough to recognize that I need refreshers from time to time, and it just makes me better every time. And I walk away feeling more confident and happy that I know I can absolutely do the best for my clients.
Awesome. So, with that said, I know some people that are watching this podcast, for example, probably want to know more about the greater Daytona and Volusia County area.
Hmm.
Okay. What is it that you love about living in your community? I mean, there's so much there. Okay. But, what are your favorite parts about it? And why should someone else love it, is my point.
All right, so one of the things is I moved every 2.5 years my entire life until I moved here. And never in a bajillion years did I think that I would find like where my landing place was Volusia County, just because I'm from Chicago and just, I don't know, maybe preconceived notions that pseudo beach life wasn't for me or whatever. but there is somewhat of a, I don't know, like the vibe here flows throughout, and there's something for everyone. So whether you are a transplant from another state, guess what? There's going to be plenty of those folks around you. Okay, like there's you can always find your community here in a sense. But we're offering, they have oceanfront condos. They have more simple condos that are perfect for those who kind of want the feel of like a tiny house, but and but don't want to have to take care of things, right? So condos are nice for that. But then also we have historic homes, we have contemporary and modern homes. Volusia County is the largest state in the state, or largest county rather, in the state of Florida. And as a result, we have a lot of land and a lot of opportunities to scratch whatever itch somebody might want. You know, even down to like the area that I live in, while I'm only 15 minutes from the beach, I can drive 5 minutes and get to an area that's very wooded and feels kind of like being out in the country. So you get like the best of both worlds,
Hmm.
and over in DeLand, over in West Volusia, you have a spectacular historic town that offers maybe a little bit more of an urban vibe in some of the places that you can find there, or historic vibe, mid-century. So because there's all these tiny little townships about, there's always a chance to find just that right thing for you.
That sounds great. That sounds great. Yeah, and it's a booming area, right?
Oh,
It,
it
it,
is.
it really
And
is.
it has been since like 2005. And I'm telling you, I got my license like the day the bubble burst. I'm like pretty sure I heard the bubble burst like the day that I
Mhm.
passed my test. But it has not stopped the momentum in the area. A lot of it's because the majority of the county maintains its value spectacularly, and the
Yes.
taxes are manageable compared to other states. Um, and then also the accessibility to things. So if you like small town life, it's cool because you know what? You're only 45 minutes from big town life. So there's all
Yeah.
these things that the way the state is designed allows opportunities for that.
Yeah. 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 It is really pretty. And okay, so our next question. So for LGBTQ individuals and families that may be thinking of moving to the area, what should they know about the welcomingness, for example? I understand it is very LGBTQ friendly, the area, right?
Yeah, well, so here's the thing too. All right, so DeLand has a DeLand Pride. So if you are into that level of community engagement and going to different events that are pride oriented, they've been doing a great job of making headway. And there's also additional organizations. But the thing that really kind of resonates with me, and again, I've been here for 18 years and I've been out for, I don't even know, like I don't count anymore, right? Like over 20 years. And I was just naturally like there's just this natural acceptance. It's not a To say it's not a thing would not be a fair statement. I mean, let's just be real. But that being said, it's we are people from the LGBT community are peppered everywhere and intertwined into the community. And so when I say it's not a thing because the immersiveness and the acceptance throughout the community. And I'm going to be honest, I may have not necessarily, if I was just making judgments on a few people I talked to or whatever, I may not necessarily get that vibe. Okay, but I've been living here for 18 years. And even before it was cool to say you were out, I was saying I was out. And,
Hmm.
I have not, very limited circumstances have I ever run into any lack of any roadblocks, really. And
Great.
look, those things are going to happen, but it's just a very comfortable people. It's more laid back. It's beach life here in a sense. You have a beach life mentality. I've met millionaires who look like they just came off of a deserted island. It's just it, there's just this different laid back vibe. It's about let's just do the thing. Let's just be happy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Great. Great. Well, that's really important because I know, like, for example, sometimes, you can Google something, but hearing it from your voice, from someone that lives there, from someone that works in the community, to someone that may be relocating there, maybe for work, or they're just looking for a change in their life. This is really important, and that's what this podcast is about. And it's also about introducing people to a professional such as yourself that can help them transition into the community, buy or sell a home with comfort, um, find their safe space. And this is great. This is great. And this is the mission of our podcast. So, anyone that's watching this podcast, Tracey's information, Your Realty. Tell us about the name of your company. I know we spoke on the call earlier.
Right, right.
Tell,
So my
tell us
company name
about
is Your Realty because I keep it real. My company name was originally Trayvon Property Investments, which means very, very good, and was an homage to my Parisian grandmother. But
that.
sadly, it did not catch on very easily, and the email address situation was just abysmal. And I'm still struggling with it with Your Realty because people look at it and they say, Your Realt? And I'm thinking, what, like the one time, like everybody texts these days, there's no grammar and punctuation left, and we can't pick up on the Your Realty, but that's
Yeah,
cool.
like
Bottom
when
line is, I keep it real. Yeah, 100%. Like I have a more cultivated lack of filter, if you will, but
yeah,
you're definitely going to get all the nuts and bolts from me for sure.
great, great. Well, I know driving around with you looking at homes would not be boring at all. I know the conversation would be fluid. I know there would be a great day had, and I know anyone that is watching this podcast would love to work with you. So
Thank
it's
you. Yeah, I'm a huge advocate of online dating analogies. I'm the queen of analogies anyhow, but online dating analogies as it applies to real estate,
uh-huh.
100%. And I think
Yeah,
it's one of the few videos I actually have out on my YouTube channel right now. It's my one short that I have up there while I'm working on building up my content. But it's something I put together a year ago because my clients, it really resonates with them. Sometimes when you sort of cross over, right, and like apply it to something that makes a little bit more applicable sense,
yeah,
you know.
great, great. Yeah. Well, that I like that. I like that, and I'd like to watch that video. If you have a chance, please email it to me, the link. And okay, so here we are. We're at our last question. I know you like to go to Michelin star restaurants, experiences, and I like the feel of that because I think that's important personally. So here it is. Last question. When you're not helping people buy and sell homes, what do you like to do?
So it's going to sound cheesy, but it's 100% real because that's who I am. I truly believe that my purpose in life is to bring joy to others. And by doing so, it brings joy to me. And so, whether that's hanging out with my friends and having kind words or um, having folks over, which is primarily, if we were going to like pinpoint it and create a bullet point, it's my grown up play dates, as I like to call them. And I legitimately schedule these like 6 weeks in advance because if you stop and think about it, we got like 52 weeks out of the year. Half of those you need to be home doing laundry, taking care of things. And now you're down to 26. You got holidays. Bottom line, there's not a lot of time to spend time with the ones you love. So I schedule grown up play dates where I have people come over to what we call Linda and Tracey Sandell. That's Linda's my wife. And we have our living room dance parties, and I'll cook fancy or not. We'll have wine tastings or not. We'll just do the thing and listen to old vinyl. We've got a couple record albums and a bunch of
Oh no.
vinyl, but just bringing joy and giving people that zen that they don't often get to experience by providing that to others, it fills my cup.
Love it. Love
Hmm.
it. Well, I'm a homebody also, so I understand, the value of that because sometimes you go out, you're looking for something out there, and there's something to be said. There's a saying, and you probably know it well, happiness can often be found in your own backyard.
A
So,
hundred percent. And the freaking COVID didn't teach us that nothing will. And I think
yeah, yeah,
that was probably our turning point. And we were already designing our house to be something that was a great place to kick it whenever we wanted. But
yeah.
yeah, one hundred
But how
percent.
many times, think about it, can you go out and you're looking for this and looking for that and looking for the best experience out, and often you don't even find it, and then you come home sometimes even disappointed, and you could have just kind of put things
You could have
together
just
and
done it
come
at
home.
home and the bathrooms would have been cleaner, right? Like, and there wouldn't have been a line. I
That
mean, I had
too.
three of
That's
them, like pick one.
that too.
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then the food, that's why I prefer to not dine out 3 times a week. And instead when I dine out. I mean, I had ice that tasted like, and it's gonna sound gross, hose water. a Georgia boy in Atlanta 2 weeks ago, and it was one of the many the courses they brought in the chef's tasting that I did. But it was brilliant the way that he
Yeah,
did it because he was trying to like bring your memories back, and that's
yeah,
exactly what it did. Super cool.
great, great.
Yeah.
Well, this was awesome. We're going to see this on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. And in addition to your website, yourrealty.com, we're
Hmm.
going to include your phone number, your email, and anyone can contact you if they're looking to buy or sell. I know a ton of people are relocating to your area. The affordability is still there.
It
And
is.
yeah, thanks for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. And I really appreciate it. And just a little note, I do also provide property management. I have a limited portfolio because I have to stay awesome for everyone. But I do manage up to 15 properties at any given time. And I've started incorporating into it lifestyle management, which is basically property management, but you're still living in the house. But sometimes we don't always know who to call for the AC filter and otherwise, and things that
Yeah,
you would get in like a homeowner evaluation of sorts, right? So
it can be complicated. So that's great. That's a
yeah,
great service.
yeah. Thank you so much for hosting me today. I really genuinely appreciate it.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Okay, au revoir.
Au revoir.
Ciao. Bye.